Alright, so I'm going to start by thanking my employer. We brought Kurt Hellman and I brought Lightning Talks back with us from this conference last year. They've been a tremendous success. However, I frequently get criticized for it since my Lightning Talks are too academic. Being as I'm on vacation and paying for it, I'm going to be very academic tonight. We're going to put the cookie jar way up on the top shelf, and I'm going to expect all of you brilliant programmers to get there with me. One note on the name. I tried to come up with something more memorable, but at the end of the day, I just named it after my mother. Alright, so I bandied about this value statement, or variation thereof, last year, and I basically said I'm all about creating great software. But then, over the last year, I started to think to myself, well, okay, that's great, but how do you actually produce such a thing, right? So this is a standard model of any software development. Someone comes up with an idea, gee, we need some software, right? And then there's always this black box in the middle, which is called us. And then, at some point, depending upon how efficient your model is, your people are doing, it can be either good or bad. This is the standard outcomes. The arrow should actually go in both directions, but typically people start to get worried somewhere along the line, and then they apply the Chadet's principle, which you can look up later. They apply more design, more brains, more money, or even something like happiness. If teams happy, it'll be great software, right? Well, I'm not disparaging any of these concepts, but they have a fundamental problem. Each of them is poorly predictive, right? So if you apply more money, or more person hours, man hours, right, man months, it's been my observation over a number of implementations that they don't reliably get you the appropriate result, right? So I began casting about in my mind, as I had free time not developing, that I should think of maybe a more predictive model, right? So here's the hypothesis. So basically, this is a hypothesis. I don't know if it's true or false. However, I sort of believe that it's true, right? I think that the most reliable predictor of whether a software project is going to have value, however defined, is the amount that is learned during development. How much knowledge is emitted to the domain for which it is intended, right? If your domain is making money, right? You've got to learn a lot about making money along the way, right? Otherwise, your business model is broken, right? So in that case, maybe all of the preceding analysis was all wrong, but at least you've learned that the preceding analysis was all wrong and the management team should be right. Okay? So here's the implications by classical logic, right? I didn't put the third thing, P equals Q, or P implies Q. But if the hypothesis is correct, all these things must follow, if you believe classical logic, right? If you learn much along the way, and you gain much along the way, well, that obviously is true, but that supports the hypothesis. If you don't learn very much along the way, all else being equal, right? You don't learn very much about the hypothesis, at least, right? But the hypothesis at least has the principle of being falsifiable, right? So it should always be the case that if you learned a lot along the way, and your software wasn't valuable at all, the hypothesis is false. Okay? Got done way faster this year. So what I've done is basically turned the model on its side a little bit, put the arrow sideways. That's not a causation error, that's an implication error, right? So my proposed model for software development is that when knowledge is produced, good software comes out. If B is true. The end. We have 53 seconds. Please put a tally mark on the fun shoot thing over for Thursday so that I have better planning
over here?
capability. Yeah, it's over on the wall. Full stop. Oh, and comment on whatever it is.
I definitely want to shoot a shot.